Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the show where we take a whole stack of sources, articles, research, all that stuff, and we try to pull out the most important bits, the insights to help you get informed fast.
Get straight to the core of it.
Exactly. So today we're diving into a story that it kicks off with this viral internet scare. I mean, a video that genuinely freaked out millions.
Oh yeah, I think I know the one you mean.
Probably. And then it just takes this totally unexpected turn, pivots to this really chilling real-world situation that, honestly, most people probably have no idea about.
Okay.
Okay, so let's unpack this. There's this specific video, it did the rounds online, often called something like the terrifying witch in the desert.
Right, the desert witch one.
Yeah. You might have caught a glimpse, maybe heard people talking about it, and it is. It's genuinely unsettling. It's designed to make your skin crawl.
Definitely has that effect.
So our mission today is, first, figure out what was really going on with that video, the truth behind it.
Right.
And then, maybe more importantly, connect it to something way more serious. Something, frankly, a lot more terrifying than any staged internet prank could ever be.
It's pretty amazing, though, isn't it? How quickly a visual, just an image or a short clip, can kind of bypass all our logic.
Totally.
And just tap right into these really deep, primal fears. Doesn't matter where it came from, really.
No, it doesn't. It speaks to, the power of certain images, certain archetypes.
Exactly.
So let me paint the picture for you, for those who haven't seen it. Imagine you're out in the middle of nowhere, this vast, empty desert. The source says somewhere between Saudi Arabia and Qatar.
Right, desolate.
And the video puts you right there, like you're inside a car, and it's supposedly Saudi policemen driving.
Okay.
So they're driving along, and then they spot something up ahead, something that just feels wrong. Out of place. It's an old woman, and she's dressed completely in white. You can see her hair, it's long and brown. And she's just sort of shuffling along the road. Yeah, slowly, kind of hunched, maybe using a wooden staff or like a walking stick.
Okay, creepy factor already rising.
Definitely. And the vibe inside the car, even with the shaky camera phone footage, it feels thick with dread. You can almost hear these anxious whispers between the guys in the car. The tension's just building.
You're waiting for something to happen.
Exactly. And then there are these few moments of really unsettling silence as the car gets closer to her.
Boy.
She kind of turns her back like she's just going to walk away. You almost breathe out.
Yeah, false sense of relief.
But just as you think maybe it's over, she whips around. And instead of just walking, she starts running after their car.
Whoa. Okay, that's the bit.
That's the bit. And you hear the policemen just scream, like raw horror, genuine terror in their voices.
I can imagine.
And the figure, the woman, she's shown laughing while she chases them. It's chilling.
Laughing. Oh, my.
Yeah. And then the footage just cuts out. Boom. Done.
And leaves you hanging.
Totally hanging. What happened next? No idea. The video gives you nothing. Just that really unnerving, unresolved ending.
And that's the genius of it in a scary way.
Yeah.
That abrupt cut, not knowing the ending.
Mm-hmm.
That's what really cranks up the fear, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Your mind just fills in the blanks with the worst possible stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Your imagination runs wild, way worse than anything they could probably show.
Yeah. It preys on that.
You've really hit on something there, because that ambiguity, that fear it generated, that's what makes the next part so fascinating.
Okay.
Because here's where it gets really interesting. While that video felt terrifyingly real,
Yeah.
it was 100% fake.
Fake. No way.
Completely fake, yeah. It was actually an art project.
An art project.
A very clever one, made by a group of pretty talented Kuwaiti art school students.
Wow. Okay. That is surprising.
Isn't it? Their original idea was apparently a bit different. They were going for a story about finding a djinn, like a genie in the desert.
A djinn, like Aladdin.
Huh? Yeah, well, clearly not the friendly, blue kind Robin Williams voice.
No, definitely not. That would have gone viral for different reasons.
Right. But it's a classic case, isn't it? How a story can kind of morph once it's out there.
Totally. They might have intended djinn, but the visual, that old woman figure, the desert setting, that just screams witch to a global audience.
Yeah.
Tapping into older folklore.
Exactly. That archetype, that fear of the unknown, maybe the malevolent female figure, it just clicked as witch.
Right.
And that's kind of the brilliance of it as an art piece, intentional or not. It just bypassed everyone's critical thinking, went straight for the gut reaction, the primal fear.
Yeah.
So the question wasn't really, is it real? It was more, did it scare you?
And for millions, the answer was yes.
A massive yes.
Yeah.
It just shows how powerful a story can be, even a fake one, if it hits the right notes.
True.
So, okay, that video. A staged scare. Purely designed to get a reaction, a shiver down your spine.
Right. An effective one, but staged.
But it does raise this really important and frankly deeply unsettling question about the actual fear, the real world stuff, the consequences surrounding accusations of witchcraft in some parts of the world.
Okay, so this is the pivot you mentioned.
This is the pivot, and this is where the story stops being about digital effects and becomes something much more real and honestly way more terrifying than any YouTube video.
Right, because that power of perceived reality, what people believe is real, that's not just for internet hoaxes.
No.
When you take that into the real world, it can have truly devastating consequences. We're talking about places, particularly in parts of the Middle East, where women face actual arrest, persecution for witchcraft.
Just the accusation is enough.
Often, yeah. And the legal side of it. It's not fantasy.
Yeah.
In Saudi Arabia, for example, practicing witchcraft, sorcery, even things like fortune telling.
Yeah.
That can carry a death sentence.
A death sentence. Just let that sink in. For witchcraft.
Yeah.
Now, in the 21st century.
It's hard to wrap your head around, isn't it?
Yeah.
From, a Western perspective, maybe. It feels like something from centuries ago.
Completely. Like history books, not current events.
But it is current. And the sources we looked at, they give specific examples. Very recent ones.
Oh, okay.
There was a case where 2 women got arrested in Saudi Arabia. And it actually started, similar to our first story, with a social media video that went viral.
Wow. Another video link.
Yeah. This video showed one woman in a shop trying to photocopy images of what people identified as talismans. Objects believed to hold magical power.
Right. Charms, symbols, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And because the video blew up, sparking public fear and anger, the regional police actually followed up.
So the online reaction directly led to police action.
Directly. They tracked down the woman from the video, found the papers, these supposed talismans, and then, crucially, they also arrested another woman who had allegedly given her those papers.
Oh, wow. So both implicated.
Both facing serious witchcraft accusations.
It's just incredible how fast that can escalate, from a video to arrests for essentially magic.
And it's not just like a one-off incident. This isn't isolated.
No.
The belief, the fear around witchcraft, it's pervasive enough in Saudi Arabia that the government actually set up a dedicated anti-witchcraft unit.
An anti-witchcraft police unit.
Seriously. Within their religious police force back in 2009. Their job is specifically to investigate and prosecute suspected sorcery and witchcraft.
How do they even investigate that?
Well, methods seem to include things like sting operations, examining items suspected of being magical, responding to complaints from people who believe they have been cursed.
Wow.
And the numbers, they're pretty staggering. In just 1 year, 2012, sources say 215 people were arrested across Saudi Arabia on witchcraft charges.
215 people in 1 year.
Yeah. And research, like from the Pew Research Center, shows that belief in witchcraft is still pretty widespread in many Muslim countries, though how widespread and what exactly people believe, that varies a lot by region and culture.
So it's not some fringe idea for many people. It's a real cultural and sometimes legal reality.
A deeply embedded one. And it's not just Saudi Arabia either.
Where else?
Well, there's a really grim case in Egypt back in 2007. A pharmacist was actually beheaded for witchcraft.
Beheaded?
Yeah. Sent shockwaves, obviously. And in another awful example, 2013, elsewhere in the Middle East.
Yeah.
2 maids, they were Asian domestic workers.
Okay.
They were sentenced to 1,000 lashes. 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 years in prison.
For what? What did they supposedly do?
Their employers claimed they were suffering because of the maids' magic. So their health was bad luck, blaming it on hexes or spells cast by the maids.
That's just unbelievable, based on superstition and fear.
And these aren't stories from the 1600s. This is happening in our lifetime, the last couple of decades.
This is the truly frightening part, isn't it? This deep injustice. Real people, often women, being executed or tortured, essentially, for nothing, really, based on beliefs in, witches on broomsticks or curses, stuff that feels like pure fantasy to many of us, happening right now.
Exactly.
You, listening right now, you might just dismiss witches as, Halloween costumes or movie characters.
Right, pure fiction.
But for these individuals, the ones accused, the ones condemned, the consequences are just devastatingly real, life-ending, often.
And it forces us to ask this really difficult question, doesn't it? How do we deal with these deeply rooted ancient beliefs when they clash so violently with, well, modern human rights.
Yeah. When belief leads to persecution.
It's just such a stark reminder that belief itself, when it gets tangled up with fear, with legal systems, with cultural anxiety, it can have truly horrifying real-life outcomes, way beyond any digital ghost story.
The line between folklore and, well, legal terror just gets completely blurred.
With tragic results,
Yeah.
irreversible results.
So yeah, we started this deep dive looking at a viral video, something designed to just give you a quick scare, a thrill online.
Played on those supernatural fears.
Right. But when we peeled back the layers, what we found underneath was actually much more profound, much more disturbing.
Yeah.
That the really terrifying part wasn't the jump scare or the special effects. It was the real human tragedy, the consequences of believing in witchcraft in our modern world.
Such a jarring contrast, isn't it? The fake horror versus the real horror.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder, I think.
Yeah, it shows how deeply embedded some beliefs can be, how they shape laws, how they shape people's entire lives, their fates. It really makes you think, not just about what people believe, but why. And maybe most importantly, how those beliefs can impact other people in these really profound, sometimes terrible ways.
Challenges you to look past the surface.
Definitely.
So what does all this mean for you, listening? Maybe next time you come across something online that seems supernatural, inexplicable,
Yeah.
some story that gives you chills, maybe just pause for a second. Consider if there might be a deeper, more human story underneath it all. Ask yourself, what real-world things might this connect to? What other scary stories or fantasies might actually have a hidden, devastating real-world side that maybe we don't talk about enough?
Food for thought.
Definitely something to think about. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and join us next time for another deep dive.